Athletes are always looking for ways to give themselves a competitive advantage on the field. And over the past years, that's led to the rise of a multi-billion-dollar supplement industry. And now there are even football-specific supplements that you can find on the market. So today, we're going to be reviewing one of the most popular options that's currently available, and that's the Kickoff pre-workout supplement by the company Football Supplements. I know, that's a very creative name. So we're going to be doing a brief overview of the company as well as this product itself. We're going to be talking about all of the ingredients that go into making this supplement, as well as my personal experience using it. We're also going to discuss what makes this product unique compared to other competitors that it has out on the market. Then at the end of the review, if you are interested in picking this up for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description where you can find this at a discount. And now let's get into the review. So to start off, Football Supplements is a company that's been around for a few years, and as you would expect, they advertise to make supplements for footballers specifically. Their most popular product is the pre-workout supplement called Kickoff, but they also make protein powders, electrolyte gels, and other similar products to that as well. And this company actually has a lot of personnel on their team to back up claims that they can make products specifically for footballers. On their website, you can see that they've worked very closely with professional nutritionists from clubs like Atletico Madrid and Lille. And this supplement has also been used by professional players like Alvaro Morata, João Felix, and Axel Witsel. And the Kickoff supplement advertises that it's going to give you a boost in energy, focus, and power when you're on the field. But what's actually contained in this supplement to help back up those claims? I think there's three key ingredients that are going to actually make a difference for you on the field. So those are the three that I'm going to be discussing. And the first major one to take note of is caffeine. Now, caffeine is probably the most common ingredient used in any pre-workout. And in Kickoff, there's about 211 milligrams total. As far as comparing that dose to other pre-workouts on the market, I'd say that that's pretty average, maybe slightly above average to other caffeine doses that you'll see. Just to give you a bit of frame of reference, a cup of coffee has about 90 milligrams of caffeine. So if you take one full scoop of the Kickoff pre-workout, you're consuming around 2.5 cups of coffee worth of caffeine. Now, caffeine isn't bad for athletes. In fact, quite the opposite. In multiple studies throughout the past decades, it's been shown to improve athletic performance, both endurance and strength. After all, there's a reason that Jamie Vardy has 2 Red Bulls before every game. So I think it's a good thing that Football Supplements have included caffeine as a primary driver of this pre-workout. Although I will note that if you're not used to consuming a lot of caffeine, you may not want to take a full scoop or else you might get very jittery. But another important point is caffeine is not expensive. You can actually find the same dose of caffeine on Amazon for much less money. So what are the other key ingredients in the pre-workout that actually could make it worth buying? So that brings us to our next main ingredient in this supplement, which is the Peak O2 Cognitive Blend. Now, this is a 2-gram blend of lion's mane mushroom, cordyceps, reishi mushrooms, and a few other key ingredients. Now, before you freak out, don't worry, this blend is completely tasteless, so it's not going to affect the flavor profile of the pre-workout at all. Now, the reason they're including these ingredients in the pre-workout is because mushrooms like lion's mane have shown through animal studies to improve brain function by increasing memory as well as increasing focus. Now, coincidentally, I have used lion's mane in the past just as a day-to-day supplement. I would use it before going to work, and it would make me feel a little bit sharper, almost a similar feeling to how you would get after a cup of coffee, but it's zero stimulant, so you don't feel jittery at all, and you just kind of feel a little bit more mental clarity. But this is one of the first times I've seen something like lion's mane included in a pre-workout, so I think that that's a really cool ingredient that they've included here. And then finally, there's also a vitamin stack in this pre-workout as well. They have vitamin B6, vitamin B12, as well as citrulline. And these ingredients are all used to help increase energy as well as endurance while you're on the field. And there's a few other different ingredients that you can find listed on the website, but the few that I've just mentioned are the most important. So now that we've talked a little bit about the ingredients that are used in the Kickoff supplement, let's talk about my personal experience with the pre-workout. So first off, and this is going to be the most important factor for some people, let's talk about the taste. So at the moment I'm making this video, Football Supplements only has one flavor of the Kickoff pre-workout, and honestly, I think it's pretty good. I think that it's advertised as blue raspberry, but to me it kind of tasted almost like lemonade. It's sweetened with both sucralose and dried fruit powder, so it doesn't have too much of an artificial taste. It kind of tastes just like fruit juice. And although it does taste good, I do have one slight complaint about how this pre-workout mixes. When I added this to my water bottle, I shaked it for a while and I found that it didn't quite mix all the way through. So after I had mixed it and drank most of the pre-workout, there was still a little bit of like granular pre-workout at the bottom. But that wasn't too noticeable, and overall the pre-workout tastes natural and it tastes really good. And I used this pre-workout before two different main scenarios. I used it before going to the gym to get a workout in, and then I also used it before going to the field to get a training session in with the ball. So first off, let's talk about how I felt at the gym going through my pretty normal workout. So at first, I definitely felt that rush of caffeine. After all, this is around 210 milligrams, so you're gonna definitely feel a lot more energy with whatever you're gonna do. And along with that increased energy, you're also just gonna have a little bit more of a motivation to work out. Whenever you're consuming a pre-workout like this, it's really hard to take it and just do nothing. You kind of have to go out and get active. Throughout my workout, I felt like I was able to do a lot of sets of each exercise without getting too fatigued. I went through about a 90-minute workout, and that's pretty standard for what I normally do. I think if anything, just taking the pre-workout helped me to perform at my strongest, although it didn't do anything like significantly increase the amount of weight that I could move. Overall, I would say in the gym, it performed very similarly to other pre-workouts that I've taken in the past. Now let's talk about the effects I felt on the field. So I normally don't like taking anything with too much caffeine before I go play football because I feel like you can get my heart beating a little bit too fast and I can feel a little bit too jittery. But despite the caffeine in kickoff, I actually didn't feel too jittery. I didn't feel like my skin was crawling. I overall just felt a pretty smooth release of energy. But I think what I may have noticed most when I was out on the field was the difference being made by the cognitive blend. As I went through my routine of just starting with a warm-up, getting some dynamic stretching in, I did feel a little bit more focused, more in the zone, and I just felt very clear-headed. Then after stretching and doing some light cardio, I moved on to just simple juggling, dribbling drills, as well as getting some shooting in. It was a really nice day outside, and whether it's placebo or not, I just felt like I didn't have any brain fog, and I just felt really comfortable working with the ball. I felt like I could kind of forget about everything else, and I was just focusing on playing. And also, it's hard to say if this contributed from the pre-workout or not, but I felt a little bit of a confidence boost as well, and that's something that I think could also carry over if you're going to play a game. It can give you just that little bit extra added energy, extra oomph, knowing that you've taken something that can help you perform at your best. So now we talked a little bit about my personal experience using the Kickoff supplement. Let me tell you about how I think it compares to other pre-workouts that are on the market right now. So as far as caffeine and vitamin dosage, this is gonna be really similar to other pre-workouts you can find from brands like Optimum, Rise, Ghost, and many others. But one thing you won't find in the Kickoff supplement that you will find in other pre-workouts is something called beta-alanine. Now this is another stimulant that kind of gives you a little bit of an antsy, skin crawly feeling that some people actually like before lifting weights, but it's probably not something that you would want before playing football, so I think it's a good thing that it's not included here. But one thing I didn't really like about the ingredients tab on the Kickoff supplement is that there's no sodium information listed, so I can't really tell how much salt is used in this pre-workout, because that's something I do like before both cardio sessions and weightlifting sessions. So if you're interested in getting a little bit more sodium before your workout, you might have to add a pinch of salt in separately. So where does Kickoff really excel compared to other pre-workouts? Well, in my opinion, that's definitely gonna be coming from that cognitive blend of lion's mane, reishi, and other different cordyceps. This blend of nootropic ingredients is really rare to find among other pre-workouts on the market. The only competitor that comes to mind that offers a product that's similar to this is from Onnit, and it's called ShroomTech Sport. Now this is also a really popular product, but it's actually more expensive per serving than what's offered in the Kickoff supplement. And it also doesn't contain caffeine or some other key ingredients that you might be looking for. So finally, what are my overall thoughts on the Kickoff pre-workout supplement, and would I recommend it to others? So yes, I would recommend this to others, and I have been happy with it before going to the gym and using it as a supplement before training on the field. However, there are a few recommendations and notes of caution for players using this for the first time as well. If you don't consume a lot of caffeine, I would definitely recommend using just a half scoop or maybe even a quarter scoop if you're getting this supplement for the first time. And also, if you have any pre-existing conditions, anything with your heart that feels a little bit off, I would definitely recommend consulting a physician before taking this or any kind of pre-workout first. I think a lot of things about the supplement are pretty unique. In fact, I don't know any company doing what they're doing with the Focus Blend, and I think that that's something that a lot of players might appreciate. But it's important to remember as well that although this is a great supplement and it can benefit you on the field, it's not going to be as important as sleep or nutrition. I can't emphasize enough, those are the two most important things that you can optimize to help give yourself an edge on the field. If your sleep and your nutrition is great and you don't take a supplement, you're still gonna be performing better than someone who's on like 3 hours of sleep, doesn't eat well, and they take however many supplements they want. But if you have great sleep, if you're eating a healthy diet, then I think that supplementing with something like this can definitely help give you a little bit of a boost in performance. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried this supplement before. If you did, what did you think of it? Or have you tried any others that you think have given you an edge as well? Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.